What's going on, guys? I'm Saburai and I'm back here to bring you another video today. In this one, we're going to be talking about the updates and stuff that we might start to see once Chair starts making content packs for Infinity Blade 3. Now, they've already had some updates. They had like bug fixing updates and stuff like that, but they haven't had any like updates that add like new content to the game. Now, Infinity Blade 1 had its first content update like only a couple, like less than 2 weeks after its release. It had a couple weapons and stuff added to the game. Infinity Blade 2 took longer, but they've all had a significant amount of content pack updates, free DLC. Infinity Blade 2 had 3 major content packs and it had 1 minor content pack that added back game and some items along with back game. Infinity Blade 1 had 3 or 4, I believe it was 3 major ones and then 1 minor one, I think. I believe, I'm not completely sure, I don't remember. But Infinity Blade 3, we're going to be getting some content updates that's like almost a complete definite. Donald Musk said there's more to come, but what I want to talk about is what we're going to get in these updates. So we've already had a complete story on Infinity Blade 3, or complete in quotation marks. But so what can Chair do? Now Infinity Blade 2 had a complete story with a cliffhanger, of course, but it still added content to flesh the story out, and I think that's what we're going to get in this game too. Now I think that we're going to see Rith again. Well, actually, let me take that back. I think it's possible that we might see Rith again. I don't really necessarily think it's going to happen, but I think that it's a possibility. And I do hope that we see him again, because we never really figured out what he was about, why he was there, what he was doing. And I really think that it'll be interesting to figure out what Rith's significance to the story is, because we never really did figure that out. So that could be an update, adding Rith and some new areas that come along with Rith. That could be content update number 1. Content update number 2. Now, crossing my fingers, I highly doubt this. But if it did happen, I'd be so excited. It'd be 1 versus 1 multiplayer, playing against each other, fighting one-on-one like we did in Infinity Blade 1. Again, I highly doubt that, because they never did figure out the connection issues in Infinity Blade 1, which is presumably why they switched to Clash Mobs. But I really do hope they bring that back. I find that way better than Clash Mobs. Clash Mobs is kind of, I don't know, just not that fun to me. And I would really like it if Infinity Blade 3 went the way of Infinity Blade 1, added person versus person multiplayer. Now, since I doubt that's going to happen, we'll probably get another content update with like more areas and stuff. I don't know. Infinity Blade 2's first content update, I believe, added the Clash Mobs. Yeah, the first major content update added Clash Mobs. And since Infinity Blade 3 has Clash Mobs at launch, we're probably not going to get an update that adds multiplayer, which means we're probably going to be getting 3 updates that add nothing but new areas, new weapons, and stuff like that. Now, I have talked about New Game Plus, and that New Game Plus might be adding a content update. I'm not as sure about that being added as I am now, because Tywin the Violet explained it to me. Infinity Blade 3 is kind of a morph between New Game Plus and Old Game in Infinity Blade 2. We have leveling up items, although it's not infinite, and we have gems and stuff. So I really do hope that we get New Game Plus back, but it's not a definite. It might not happen. So that's a bummer, but if it does happen, I'd be very happy, and I would be jumping on that train at once, because I do not like forging weapons. It's a pain for me. I just don't really like it. But I don't know. But yeah, so Rith is a possible content update. Then we could get some content updates adding the Infinity Blade 1 castle that we played in Infinity Blade 1, because we did go back to the Infinity Blade 2 castle, and we might go back to the Infinity Blade 1 castle. Also, we might go to other places in the Infinity Blade 2 castle. We went on a very linear path to the Archivist room, and that was it. There's way more areas in Infinity Blade 2 castle that we might return to. I don't know. And then the third content update, that's a mystery to me. No idea what we'll get there. There's places around all the areas that are places for possible content updates. I might make a video about that specifically, that are areas that we could explore. But for now, I think that the 2 updates we'll probably get are a Rift update, an update that contains new areas, and then a boss at the end, which would be Rift. And because he's not dead, Rift isn't dead. We did not kill him with Infinity Blade. And then a content update, hopefully, the return to the Infinity Blade 1 castle. That'd be really cool, I think. Pretty nostalgic. And then one last content update for, I don't know, some cool, awesome boss. I don't know, man. Maybe some hint toward Infinity Blade 4. But yeah, so, and then obviously we'll have an update at the end, because every Infinity Blade game has added one final update to add Bat Game. And hopefully Infinity Blade 3 follows suit, and we do get a Bat Game mode in Infinity Blade 3. I hope we do. But if we do, it'll probably be added in a content update at the end of the game cycle. So not for a while. But it might be in the game right now, who knows, but I don't think so. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. That's just my thoughts on content updates. Really excited to see what Share does bring to us. Now, all this might be wrong, I'm not sure, but I do hope that some of it comes to fruition, because some of the things I'm excited for. But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. That's it for this one. Like this video if you enjoyed, and make sure to subscribe for more awesome iOS gaming content, primarily Infinity Blade 1, 2, and 3. That's it for this one, guys. I'm Saburai, and I'm gone.